sister, probably the sweetest sister you'll ever find. And one day when I was picking her up for church, she had broken her hearing aid, so as she was getting in the car, she told me that today she was deaf. And I got quite a chuckle out of that because she's always deaf. Now this is Angelica Garcia. She was baptized almost a year ago. She is completely deaf. She is from Mexico. And she has a very bad case of Usher syndrome, which you can't tell by looking at her picture. You could be standing directly in front of her and she's not going to see you. If you touch her arm gently or something of the sort to get her attention, she'll stop and look at you and then get in a position where she can focus on you, and so then she can see. Now, unfortunately, she does not know American Sign Language very well. She's more one of our blue box members of the church. And so she has quite a challenge, both language and vision. And sitting in sacrament meeting, for example, I would think would be very challenging for her. This is Sister Hoa King. She's from Vietnam. Her records were found about 1.5 years or so ago. She has been endowed. She was sealed to her husband in the Los Angeles temple about 40 years ago. But he passed away. She moved in with a son. We don't know what will happen during these 40 years, the past several years anyway. But we happened to come across her one day, and she's been coming to church ever since. She's more blue box also. Doesn't have a lot of real language skills, but she's just the sweetest sister you can ever find. And she's currently working on getting her temple recommend back because she now has found that there's a local unit of the church that can help. Now this is Brother Julian Ortiz. Now Elder Blundquist is finger spelling their names, but he's also giving their sign name. Because when you finger spell somebody's name, it doesn't take long and your wrist gets so tired and sore. And we're very careful, and we try to make sure the elders don't sign for too long at any one time because it would actually cause some harm to their wrists. Brother Ortiz and his wife Pat are working now on getting their patriarchal blessings, and hopefully the first part of the year they'll be able to go to the temple. The Ortizes have been a member of the church for a very long time. They are another couple that live quite a distance away. They take bus coming to church. It takes them probably 45 minutes to 1.5 hours every Sunday each way to come and go to church. And up until a short time ago, they were homeless, living underneath freeways or roads, sleeping on benches. We even had our full-time elders at one point were out searching for them, trying to locate them. And by chance, one of our members was walking down the street near a bus stop one day and happened to see them sleeping on the bench, and so he contacted them and invited him into their home where they now live. And so it's really quite fascinating. I could go on and on and on about the branch and the members of the branch. All 125 of them have an entirely different story from any one of the others. Most of them are extremely tragic, but you will not find a happier people on this earth. Our members are so grateful and appreciative of what they have. From my standards, they have almost absolutely nothing. And it's really, really hard to understand. I've been to many of their homes, and I've met with many of them, and your heart just breaks sometimes to see what they go through on a day-to-day. Their day-to-day living is just such a struggle, but they don't complain, they don't gripe, they don't give up. They just plug along. They're as happy and pleasant as can be. To see their faces in sacrament meeting on Sundays, they just light right up. It's just strictly amazing to me. And I want to express my appreciation to each of you for being willing to help our members out. You know, our members don't get much of anything. They don't get new anything. They don't get to do much shopping at all. We have a lot of assistance from the church to a lot of our members. They just don't know different. They've never had anything. And it is very hard to comprehend until you actually go into their homes and see their living conditions, see what they have to do to survive from day to day. But they're obedient, they're faithful, They are strong, and they are the most loving people that you'll ever find. When I'm in church on Sundays, if my name is mentioned at the pulpit, there's always a group in the very back of the chapel that throw their hands up and sign, "I love you." And it's very touching and very dear to me. We had a state Christmas concert and we recorded the music beforehand in a rehearsal that we're going to try to include with this video. So hopefully you'll enjoy that to kind of get an idea of what's going on, and you might even recognize somebody at the piano. I always find it interesting that we have so many musically talented leaders and missionaries come to the branch where we don't have much opportunity to use that. But we have learned to be sensitive. We have learned the simple nuances and things that we need to do to help express ourselves in a language and a culture that is so foreign to us. I had no experience in sign language or no tie to the deaf community before my wife and I were asked to serve in the branch. But again, I can't imagine being anywhere else. I extend my great appreciation to you. Our members are learning that the church is much bigger than just our branch. And by your serving them this Christmas season, it'll give us an opportunity to better explain to them and help them understand that the church is worldwide and that we're all here to serve and help one another. I appreciate each of you. I wish I could be there. We love you and we do appreciate you very much. Thank you.